Adam and Eve and their 3 sons, and the line is going through Seth down to Noah here with his 3 sons. I've got all the descendants of Japheth marked in blue. All of Ham's are marked in green. And this box here is the descendants of Shem. This box here is the first generation of Japheth, 7 children, which is marked in the top left name box here. These 3 are identified in the name box as children of Gomer. These 4 are of Javan. 2 generations. As for Ham, these 4 are directly of Ham. These 6 are identified as from Cush. These 7 are from Mizraim. These 11 are from Canaan. This 2 here, get closer. These 2 are from Ramah. So that is the 3rd generation from Ham. These 9 are from Shem. The 3rd one is identified as Arpachshad, which I've got twice. The line continues from Arpachshad. Shelah is the son of Arpachshad. Eber is son of Shelah, so the generations continue. If the box is outlined in black, then these are generations. If it's not a black border, then they are grouped as one generation. Eber had 2 sons mentioned. One was Peleg, and this one is identified in the box here as Jokshan, who had 13 sons. But the line continues through Peleg, all the way down to Abraham, who bore Isaac through Sarah, and then Abraham's concubine Keturah, and Hagar is in green. The 6 children of Keturah and the grandchildren, 2 by Jokshan, 5 by Midian. 12 children of Ishmael, the grandchildren of Hagar. Isaac and his wife bore Jacob and Esau. Twelve children of Israel. 6 children of Esau. I had confusion about Seir. I did not know if Seir was a direct descendant of Esau. It did not identify the parent of Seir, so I didn't know if Seir was another name for Esau. So what I did is I've marked him as a child of Esau, but I've also given him his own um, section here because of all the children he had. Um, so 8 children of Seir are mentioned in First Chronicles. These are the grandchildren. The parents are identified in the box. Great-grandchildren, Dishon, the son of Anah. These 4 are great-great-grandchildren, sons of Dishon. Here are sheiks of Edom mentioned at the end of First Chronicles 1. Here are kings and cities of Edom mentioned in the end of First Chronicles 1. Just going to zoom out to give a quick overview. So basically the line from Adam down to Israel is a straight line, which you can see on this website here. From Adam, first generation, down to, we got Noah, his 3 sons, down to Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, or Israel. That's 23 generations to get to Jacob. Next I'll go from Judah down to David. So from generation 23 to 34, so another 11 generations. Then you can see that through Bathsheba, it's 2 sons, one Solomon, one Nathan. The 2 lines continue to Joseph and to Mary, 76 generations. Jesus Christ, 77 generations. You'll notice that the names are slightly variant of each other. This is due to translations. I primarily made reference to the New World Translation. I think this is the King James Version. I also made reference to the New International Version, and for some of the names I did include 2 or 3 different variations of the same name. The firstborn son of Israel, Judah. I have 2 Word documents. This is the New World Translation of First Chronicles, and I have another document of the notes that I'm taking while I'm putting together this genealogy, places where I'm confused, or just notes that I'm making as I go along. So this is my straight
genealogy from Adam down to Christ Jesus. And where we go with Judah is down to David, his son Solomon, the kings down to Shealtiel. After that it strays off into brothers, but as you'll see that my chart does not keep a straight line. It goes all over the place when I add in the different families here. So the straight line basically starts, actually it doesn't really start, I'll show you where it finishes actually. This is where it finishes up with the line of kings here, and you can trace it up to David here. I'm going to go backwards, but I'm going to show you the other way so that it makes more sense. And then it strays off with the family here to the right. So Judah had children by two women. The first one is designated the daughter of Shua. He had three sons here. Is son of Shelah. These two are the son of This is the son of Leada. Had a wife named Tamar, but was destroyed because he was wicked, and his wife bore children to Judah. Tamar had two sons, Perez and Zerah, and basically the whole lineage continues through Tamar, not anything more on his original wife. So this group here in green are from Zerah. This is from Ethan, and then these are from Zimri. Everything that's bordered yellow here are from Perez side, so everything continues from the side of Perez. Two sons, Hezron and Shamuel. This is from Hezron and the daughter of Machir. There are no descendants from Shamuel. And then Jair is son of Segub, and that's the end of that line there. These four are from Hezron and his wife Abijah. So from Hezron and his wife Abijah there is Dramiel, Ram, Caleb or Chelubai, and Asher. Dramiel had two wives and had 5 children by these 2 wives. Ram is where the lineage of the kingship continues down to David. Caleb or Chelubai had 5 wives and 14 children by these wives. Asher had 2 wives, 8 children by those wives. This group here is Dramiel and his first wife, and it ends here. This is also bordered in purple, and this is with Jerahmeel and his wife Atara, and it splits off here into green here. So they have Onam was the son mentioned. These two are the grandchildren of Onam, Shammai and Jada. This is where Jada's side continues here in dark green, and this is where Shammah continues on this side in olive green. When you get down to Ishi, had two children, Shishan and Alai. Shishan had a daughter but no sons. I've got Shishan mentioned twice here in this other box. Because Shishan could not have children, he gave his daughter to his Egyptian servant named Jarha, and they had a son named Attai, which Chronicles mentions as the son of Shishan. And then from Attai, the lineage goes down to someone named Elishama. Looks about 12 generations there. So those are from Jerahmeel and wife Atara. Moving back to Caleb and Chelubai, I've got his wives in purple here, or like a pinky purple here, and they're bordered different according to the spouses here. And the last group here, yellow ones, are the descendants of Asher and his two wives Hela and Nerah. So these four are from Asher and Hela, and these four are from Asher and Nerah. So I'm going to go through Caleb now, or Chelubai. So this is for Kala and Azubah, 3 children, and that's the end of that. Caleb and Ephrath, also named Ephrathah, have one son named Hur, and from Hur he had 4 children, and they're split off here. These are from Uri, this is from Shobal, and from Shobal it splits off again here to this group, all outlined in purple again. So this is where Kiriath Jearim descends. This is from Reah, and then that's the end there. This box here is from Selma, and these 3 bordered in light blue are descendants of from this group. And then Beth Gator over here is from Hareph, descendant of her wife Ephrath or Ephrathah. This group here, Caleb had a concubine named Ephah with no R, and it ends here with Gazez bordered in green. These 5 are from Maacah, and Caleb, and it ends here bordered in red. And continuing over here in purple, we have children by Caleb and Jerioth, Misha and Manasseh. This is taken from 1 Chronicles chapter 2 verse 42. It says, "And the sons of Caleb the brother of Jerahmeel were Misha his firstborn, who was the father of Ziph, and the sons of Manasseh, the father of Hebron." I found that confusing, but I copied the way that other people did it, and it did make sense to me when I read it again. So it made Misha and Manasseh the sons, and Ziph is the son of Misha. Hebron is the son of Manasseh. And just to keep it all straight, I made some notes on the wives and children of Caleb. This is basically from chapter 2 verses 42 to 50. The wives are Azubah and Ephrath or Ephrathah, and the concubines Jerioth, Maacah, and Ephah. And I'm going to read the parts where it is in the Bible and why I gave the children to, well, I didn't give them to them, but a few of them were confusing. So Azubah is mentioned in chapter 2 verse 18. As for Caleb the son of Hezron, he became father to sons by Azubah his wife and by Jerioth, and these were her sons. When it says these were her sons, I just assumed that it was talking about Azubah and not Jerioth. So I gave these three to Azubah. And it says eventually Azubah died, so Caleb took to himself Ephrath, who in time bore her to him. Chapter 2 verse 18 is the only mention of Jerioth, and verse 42. It says before, and the sons of Caleb the brother of Jerahmeel were Misha his firstborn, and the sons of Manasseh. So I gave the firstborn son to Jerioth, which is not designated. It doesn't actually say who the mother is here. That's how I made sense of this verse. Chapter 2 verse 46. As for Ephah, the concubine of Caleb, she gave birth to Haran and Moza and Gezez. So that's Ephah without the R in it. Verse 48. As for Caleb's concubine Maacah, she gave birth to Sheber and Tirhana. And then it talks about in time she bore Sheaf, and Caleb's daughter was Agsah. So it doesn't say that Maacah's daughter was Agsah, but in the context I just put her with Maacah. So I gave firstborn Misha and Manasseh to Jerioth. I gave the daughter Asa to Maacah. And these are just, again, clips of Caleb and Azubah, these three. Caleb and Ephrath, just her. And that's there. So moving over, we did Jerahmeel, Caleb, and Asher. So the line continues through Ram. I'll just show you where we are over here. We've got Judah, Perez, Hezron, and Ram. So it goes from Aminadab down to Jesse and then David. I'll show you how I've done it here. So Aminadab down to Jesse here. And these are the children of Jesse, 9. 2 of them were daughters. In pink, these are the children of the daughters, Abigail and her husband Jether, and Zeruiah. Everything in blue are David's sons by his 8 wives, 20 children mentioned. This group here are 10 children mentioned by his concubines, nameless. Only daughter Tamar mentioned. So you can see which wife in the upper left box. If you click on each square, David and Maacah, and then Higgith, and so on. So through Solomon, son of Bathsheba, you have the kings down to Josiah, children of Josiah, King Jeconiah, his 8 sons, and then from there it deviates with off the kingship into brothers. Pedaiah, it goes off on Pedaiah and his children down to a few more generations, which takes you down to approximately there. I have to do some more research on that. Throughout Chronicles, there are many people that are not attached to father or clearly identified as where they belong. So I have used the term stragglers to define these. And Judah has a lot of so-called stragglers. And so I organized them in a list. And I'm just going to briefly show the location in the First Chronicles. Generally, you can get an idea of where, what vicinity they are in time, and a relative that is not too distant, based on the context. So for Judah, I've got approximately 14 so-called stragglers, and I have put the scripture verse where they are, and the first mention of them, the name to identify where it starts. And I have also made mini descendant charts for each of these stragglers. I'll read an example here. The first one here is at 1 Chronicles 2 verse 55. It says, "And the families of the scribes dwelling at Jabez were the Tirathites, the Shimeathites, the Sukathites. These were the Kenites that came from Hamath, the father of the house of Rechab." So this is the first mention of Hamath. I don't really know where these belong, so I put I just grouped it this way. Hamath at the top, he's the father of the house of Rechab. Scribes dwelling at Jabez, which are the Kenites, and then these three offspring that come, tribes that come from this group here. So those are the 12, and I also highlighted these in the Chronicles in the green. So the one in gray is the one that I found a bit confusing language. In yellow highlights is everything that has to do with Caleb so far, with his wives, and then the blue has to do with characters that are not identified as to where they are. Jabez, Chelub the brother of Shuhai, Caleb the son of Jephunneh, Jehalalel, the sons of Ezra. All these are not grouped. Just a quick overview here of Judah. Then down the kings here.
Genesis chapter 35 verse 23 reads, New World Translation, "The sons by Leah were Jacob's firstborn, Reuben and Simeon and Levi and Judah and Issachar and Zebulun." You have these 6 here by Leah. The sons by Rachel were Joseph and Benjamin, just these 2 here. And the sons by Bilhah, Rachel's maidservant, were Dan and Zebulun. Sorry, I read that wrong. Were Dan and Naphtali, these 2 here. And the sons by Zilpah, Leah's maidservant, were Gad and Asher, these 2 here. These are Jacob's sons who were born to him in Padan-aram. 1 Chronicles 5 verse 1 reads, "And the sons of Reuben, the firstborn of Israel, for he was the firstborn, But for his profaning the lounge of his father, his right as firstborn was given to the sons of Joseph, the son of Israel, so that he was not to be enrolled genealogically for the right of the firstborn. For Judah himself proved to be superior among his brothers, and the one for leader was from him. But the right as firstborn was Joseph's. And Joseph had two sons, Manasseh and Ephraim. As for the 12 tribes of Israel that were divided into land inheritance, the Levites were not given their own special boundaries. And Manasseh was divided east and west of the Jordan. So for the 12 tribes, you've got Reuben, Simeon, Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, Benjamin, Manasseh, and Ephraim, Dan, Naphtali, Gad, and Asher. And Simeon was inside of Judah. First Chronicles chapter 5 verses 1 to 10 are describing the sons of Reuben. And verses 4 to 8 I've labeled as stragglers. I wasn't able to identify them. First Chronicles chapter 5 verses 3 reads, the sons of Reuben, the firstborn of Israel, were Hanok and Palu, Hezron, and Carmi. Just those four. Verse 4 says, the sons of Joel, I don't know where he belongs, who his father was, were Shemaiah his son, Gog his son, Shimei his son, Micah his son, Reaiah his son, Baal his son, Bera his son, whom Tilgath-Pilneser, the king of Assyria, took into exile. I put all these as the son of Joel, as opposed to making them all descendants. It could be either way. I'm not sure how that goes exactly. So what I've highlighted here for Reuben, chapter 5 verse 1 is where it mentions Reuben. Starting in verse 3, you have the sons of Reuben, and so I highlighted verse 4 to 8 where I am confused where exactly these fit in. If you go down to verse 11, it starts with the sons of Gad. It starts in verse 12. Joel was the head. Again, it doesn't say who his direct father was. And Shaphan the second, Janai, and Shaphat, and Bashan. So I've got Gad here, up here, this section here. So I've got Joel, Japham, Janai, and Shaphat in red here. Get closer in here. And the verse continues to say, and their brothers belonging to the house of their forefathers were Michael, Meshulam, and Sheba, and down to Eber. Again, I put them beside here. I don't know if this is the right format, if they're descendants, if they're brothers. It says, verse 14, these were the sons of Abihail, the son of Huri, all the way up to Buz. Then New World Translation has a semicolon. Then it starts verse 15. It says Ahai over here.
the son of Abdel, the son of Gunai, head of the house of their forefathers. It does not clearly say if Ahai is the father of Buz or exactly where he fits. So I've just got them over on the side. If you go down to verse 23, as for the sons of the half tribe of Manasseh, so I've got Manasseh down over here, just in the blue. And it just mentions this small group here. Verse 24, heads of the house of their forefathers, you have Ephraim, Ishi, Eliel, over to Jadiel. And that's all for Manasseh. First Chronicles chapter 6 deals with the sons of Levi. Verse 1 says the sons of Levi were Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. Verse 16 says the sons of Levi were Gershom, Kohath, and Merari. Just one letter spelling difference here. So this is how I have formatted the sons of Levi. In green, I put the sons of Gershon here. In orange, I have the sons of Kohath. In blue, I have the sons of Merari. Each of these names underneath is a successive generation, the son of. So as you can see, Kohath has 5 different sons. The first son I have under Kohath, Amram. I have Aaron, Moses, and Miriam belonging to Amram. The 4 under it, Nadab, Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar, belong to Aaron. His first 2 sons were destroyed for offering illegitimate fire, so the high priest all came through Eleazar. Verse 10 says that Johanan in turn became father to Azariah. He was the one that acted as priest in the house that Solomon built in Jerusalem. Verse 22 says, the sons of Kohath were Aminadab his son, so the son of Kohath was Aminadab his son, Korah his son, Asir his son, Elkanah his son, and Abiasaph his son, Asir his son, Tahath his son, Uriel his son, Uzziah his son, and Sheol his son. Then verse 25 says, and the sons of Elkanah, so we'll go back up to Elkanah. This is sons of Elkanah. It says, and the sons of Elkanah were Amasai and Ahamath. So I put them here. And then verse 26 says, as for Elkanah, goes back to him again, the sons of Elkanah were Zophah his son, and Nahath his son, Eliab his son. I didn't know at first if they were all brothers or if they were successive generations. I didn't find the versing too clear. So it continues down to Nahath his son, verse 27, Eliab his son, Jehoram his son, Elkanah his son, another Elkanah. And then verse 28 changes. I put Samuel under this Elkanah. This is wrong. This Samuel, Joel, and Abijah do not belong here. So please do not get confused by that. Verse 31 continues. And these were the ones to whom David gave positions for the direction of singing at the house of Jehovah after the ark had a resting place. So it mentions 3 singers. Verse 33 says, of the sons of the Kohathites, Heman the singer, So Kohath here, I have Heman the singer down here, the son of Joel. It says, as verse 39 says, as for his brother Asaph, who was attending at his right, he belongs to the son of Gershom. So I've got Gershom. Down here you've got Asaph. And you can use the scripture to trace back up here to see if I got this right. And then it says, verse 44, on the left hand there was Ethan, the son of Kishai, who is a son of Merari. So down here at the bottom you have Ethan. So these three singers were singing side by side at the temple in the time of David. Now the real place where Samuel belongs is under Kohath, Issachar the son of Kohath, and I will show you how I got that here. Okay, of the sons of, verse 33 says, of the sons of Kohathites, Heman the singer, the son of Joel, the son of Samuel, the son of Elkanah, the son of Mahath, I read that wrong. Heman the singer, the son of Joel, the son of Samuel, the son of Elkanah, the son of Jeroham, the son of Eliel, the son of Toah, the son of Zuph, the son of Elkanah, the son of Mahath, the son of Amasai, the son of Elkanah, the son of Joel, the son of Azariah, the son of Zephaniah, the son of Tehath, the son of Asir, the son of Abiasaph, the son of Korah, the son of Izhar, the son of Kohath, the son of Levi, son of Israel. So what I did is I put three different genealogies which are very similar, which seem to be linked to Samuel. The first one is not. 1 Chronicles 6 verses 22 to 28 is describing the descendants coming from Levi to Kohath to Aminadab. The second one, 1 Chronicles chapter 6 verses 33 to 38, are describing Levi Kohath to Izhar, his son Izhar. And the third one I have here is taken from the book of 1 Samuel chapter 1 verse 1, which I'll read to you here. Now there happened to be a certain man of Ramath Zophim of the mountainous region of Ephraim, and his name was Elkanah, the son of Jeroham, the son of Elihu, the son of Tohu, the son of Zuph, an Ephraimite. So part of the confusion comes from you've got 5 Elkanahs here. You have 1 Chronicles 6, 22 and 23. You have Elkanah, the son of Asir. 6 verse 27, the son of Jeroham, the son of Eliab. And then you have 1 Samuel, the son of Jeroham, the son of Elihu. Chapter 6 verse 35 of 1 Chronicles, Elkanah, the son of Mahath. And verse 36, the son of Joel. So coming back over to this little chart here, so here's 1 Samuel rendition here. You've got Samuel, Elkanah, Jeroham, Elihu, Tohu, Zuph. And some people say that these are the exact same as these, which it look like they are. It seems too coincidental here, because Samuel, one of the reasons is because they're both living in the time of David. Secondly, Samuel had two sons that were priests, which is happening here. So it's most likely that the difference in spelling for Elihu and Eliel, Toa and Tohu, are the exact same person. What is coincidental or amazing is you have at least 5 Elkanahs from two family generations, which I have in blue, and you have this Elkanah with the same father's name here, Jeroham, as his brother's generation does too, which is and then you have Eliel and Eliab, which almost sound the same. And up here you have Zuph and Zuphai, which sounds the same, and both of their fathers are also Elkanah. But this lineage does not list Samuel as the son of Elkanah, so these two are not the same. They are clearly different, and these two are probably the same. So just another quick overview of the sons of Levi. Again, he had 3 sons, Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. I've got the Gershon in green, where Asaph, one of the singers at the temple, sang. He was on the right hand of Heman, who was a singer out of Issachar, where Samuel comes out of. The same genealogy as 1 Samuel 1 verse 1. And then you have Eleazar, the son of Aaron, where all the high priests come out of this line here. And then over here you have Aminadab, where you have the other genealogy that sounds like it's similar to Samuel's genealogy. This part here should not be on my chart. And then you have Merari over here, where the singer Ethan, who is singing on, what side of Heman is he singing on? He's on the left hand. And just assume that's Heman's left. First Chronicles chapter 7 starts off with the sons of Issachar. Issachar was one of Leah's sons. First Chronicles 7 verse 1 says, and the sons of Issachar were Tola and Puah, Jashub, and Shimron 4. And then it goes on to list 5 children of Tola. This is the son of Uzi, and this is the son of Izrahiah. So First Chronicles chapter 7 verses 1 to 5 deals with Issachar. Verse 6 continues on with Benjamin. And there is some confusion because it lists some of the sons and grandsons together as if they were the same. So you need some of the other references in Genesis and Numbers to help sort it out. So this is Benjamin here. And this first box is the direct children of Benjamin that I have. I put Bela is identified as the firstborn son. Ashbel is the second. Ehi, also named Ahiram, uh, is identified in Numbers 26, verse 38. Ahara is the third child. Nophath the fourth. Rapha the fifth. Over here you have 13 sons identified as from Bela. And then I have highlighted in yellow additions that are made in Genesis. Down here are the Shufim and the Hufim, which I'll go into a bit more detail, are children of Ir, who's probably the same person as Eri, according to Bible translators. So over here, this box here are 9 sons of Becher, who is right there. Then Bilhan is the son of Jediel here, and these 7 here are the sons of Bilhan. Genesis 46 verse 21 reads, "And the sons of Benjamin were Bela and Becher and Ashbel. Gera, in brackets, are mine. Gera is the son of Bela." Over here, so this is actually the grandson of Benjamin. It's calling him the son. And Naaman, who is also a grandson. Ehi and Rosh, Muppim and Huppim, the brackets are mine here, who are the son of Eri. So these are great grandchildren. And sorry, these are grandchildren. And Ard, who is the son of Bela. Ehi is translated Ahiram in Numbers 26 verse 38. So that's Ehi right here, which I'll read now. Numbers 26 verse 38 reads, "The sons of Benjamin by their families were of Bela, the family of the Belahites; of Ashbel, the family of the Ashbelites; of Ahiram, who is also Ehi by footnote translators; of Shaphupham, the family of the Shuphamites," and there's a footnote on that which I'll get into, "of Hupham, the family of the Huphamites." Verse 40 says, "The sons of Bela came to be Ard, Naaman; of Ard, the family of the Ardites, the Naamites." So you can see that you need to sort out the sons from the grandsons here. So for the Shuphamites, in Genesis 46 verse 21, they're called the Muppim, and 1 Chronicles 7 verse 12, they're referred to as the Shupim. So what I've done over here is, again, these are the sons of Eri. Shupim is the same as Shaphupham and Mupim. Those 3 are all the same person, and from this person come the Shuphamites. And according to the footnotes, the Hupim is another name for Hupham, from where the Huphamites come from. First Chronicles 7, verse 12 reads, "And the Shupham and the Hupham were the sons of Ur being the son of Bela, also probably Eri. It says the Hushim were the sons of Ahir." First Chronicles 7 verse 12. And if you look at Genesis 46 verse 23, it says, "And the sons of Dan were Hushim." And Numbers chapter 26 verse 42 says, "These were the sons of Dan by their families. Of Shuham, the family of the Shuhamites. These were the families of Dan by their families." So when you look at the footnotes, it identifies the Hushim are the same as the Shuham, and the tribe being the Shuhamites, being the descendants. These are the sons of Ahir. So it sounds similar to the Shupham and the Hupham, but these are different, and these are belonging to the tribe of Dan. Dan was a child of Rachel's maidservant Bilhah. Benjamin and Joseph were children of Rachel. Some confusion for Benjamin was I found in chapter 8. Read it to you here. Further down. Benjamin became father to Bela, Ashbel, Ahara, the first 5 children. Then it says, verse 3, "And Bela came to have sons, Adar and Gera and Abihud." It mentions Gera twice here. It's possible that he had 2 different wives and named 2 of his sons Gera, or it's just repeating. I just put it in once. It says, "And these were the sons of Ehud," and I was wondering if Ehud was possibly another. It says, "And these were the sons of Ehud," and I was wondering if Ehud was possibly another way of saying Abihud. It says, "These were the heads of the houses of forefathers belonging to the inhabitants of Geba, and they proceeded to take them into exile. And Naaman and Ahijah and Gera, these 3 are children of Bela." Right here, Naaman, Gera, and Ahijah, but it doesn't identify Ahijah as a son of Bela here. So what I did is I put these, I grouped them up here to sort out later. So you've got Naaman, Ahijah, and Gera, and the verse goes on to read, "And he became father to Uzzah and Ahihud." I don't know who it's referring to when it says he. Then it says, "As for Shaharaim, he became father to children in the field of Moab." And I don't know where Shaharaim fits.
it says that his wives were Hushim and Beera, and he also has a wife, Hodesh, who became father to these children here. And then it says Hushim became father to Abitub and Elpaal. Then it lists the sons of Elpaal. And I grouped them all together up here. So I've got Ahihud and Uzzah over here, and then I got Shaharim with his wives in pink here. This group here are the sons of Hushim, and these 5 here are sons of Elpaal. And then this group here are children of Hodesh. And then I will explain the ones in blue here, where it goes on to Beriah. So if you look further down here, so you've got Beriah here as children, and then it lists a group of people as sons of Beriah. Then it lists another group as sons of Elpaal. Where is Elpaal? Up here, Ahitub and Elpaal. So I've got to group those under there. Then it lists a bunch of sons of Shimei, a bunch of sons of Shashak, and a bunch of sons of Jeroham. So again, I've grouped the children of Beriah here, which I'm going to put under here eventually, along with Elpaal over here. And these are sons of Shimei, of Shashak, Jeroham. Now as for this group over here, Jael, the father of Gibeon, whose wife is Maacah. So it says verse 29 of chapter 8, it was in Gibeon that the father of Gibeon, Jael, dwelt with his wife Maacah. And then it goes on to list all these sons here, where the King Saul comes from. So Abdon was the firstborn of Maacah, and you've got Ner, who is the father of Kish, who is the father of King Saul. This Shimei is the son of Mikloth here. The problem is I did not know who Jael was the son of. So I've got it over here on the right side of my Benjamin group here. But these are of the children of Benjamin. So then it goes down to Saul, and then of course you've got Saul's son Jonathan, and you've got 4 sons here. Then you've got the son of Jonathan here, and these are descendants of Jonathan down to this group here. It starts to mention Eshek, his brother, and his children. I'll read that to you. Did not know exactly who Eshek was the brother of, but by the context of the scriptures, it sounds like he belongs somewhere down in this area. So I've got it beside here. So verse 38-39 says, all these were the sons of Ezel,
verse 39 just starts. It says, and the sons of Eshek his brother. So I don't know if Eshek was the brother of Azel or one of it sounds like it is Azel, but I'm not 100% sure. So that's basically how Benjamin ends off. So I'll just give a quick overview here of how I've got it organized. I'll zoom out. So this here is the main core. These what I have highlighted in yellow is what is referred to from Genesis, and what I have in green here is just an addition from Numbers here. The three I have highlighted in gray are basically where these three lines here are coming from. You've got the firstborn Bela, Becher, and you've got the line of Jadiel here. So these are the three here. Bela continues down to the Shuppim and the Huppim, not to be confused with the tribe of Dan, the Hushim and the Shuham. Again, this group up here are just some of the confusion I had with the beginning of 1 Chronicles chapter 8, verses 6 to approximately 10. And this group here, excluding the blue, is just wives of Ephraim, and these I do not know exactly where these except these two, which I'm going to put under here. And then again, you've got the line going down to King Saul, which I cannot trace up to Benjamin himself yet. So I'm going to continue on with three that were left off in 1 Chronicles chapter 7, namely Manasseh, Ephraim, and Asher. Manasseh was touched on in 1 Chronicles chapter 5, verse 24. Where this small group here was mentioned being heads. So Manasseh and Ephraim again are sons of Joseph, whom the firstborn right was given to, Joseph being the firstborn son of Rachel. Asher and Gad were both sons of Leah's maidservant Zilpah. So I'm just going to read what it says in 1 Chronicles chapter 7 verse 14 on Manasseh, because I found it extremely confusing, and I'll show you how I've got it structured here as a draft as I read it here. Verse 14, the sons of Manasseh were Azriel, whom his Syrian concubine bore. She bore Machir, the father of Gilead. So I have here Machir, who is the father of Gilead. And continues, and Machir himself took a wife for Huppim and for Shuppim, and the name of his sister was Maacah. Now this line was extremely confusing to me. If you remember, the Huppim and the Shuppim are from the tribe of Benjamin, children of Ir or Eri. It says Machir himself took a wife for Huppim and for Shuppim, and I believe it should say from Huppim and from Shuppim. And it says, and the name of his sister was Maacah. And I do not believe that when it says his sister that it means literally his sister, because if you read verse 16, it says in time Maacah, Machir's wife. So Maacah is the wife of Machir, and also referred to as his sister. So I've got in pink here, wife Maacah in brackets from Huppim and Shuppim in brackets tribe of Benjamin. So when it says his sister, I do believe it's making reference to the fact that because Machir married out of his tribe, that it was his sister tribe. Verse continues, it says, and the name of the second was Zelophehad. And what it means by the name of the second, at first I thought it meant his second wife, but that is not the case, as I will show you. It says, but Zelophehad came to have daughters. And just to show you, I've got Zelophehad right over here, and I will show you in pink I have the 5 daughters, and I will show you why it is placed here in a minute. Verse continues, in time Maacah, Machir's wife, bore a son and called his name Peresh, which I have here, and the name of his brother was Sheresh, and his sons were Ulam and Rechem. So I wasn't sure if Ulam and Rechem were sons of Sheresh or Peresh by the way the verse reads here. And the sons of Ulam were Bedan. Then it goes on, these were the sons of Gilead over here, the son of Machir, the son of Manasseh, and his sister was Hemolekath. So it sounds like it's saying that Hemolekath is the sister of Gilead, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's his wife. So I've got in brackets Gilead's wife, but I'll get back to that. It says, so she gave birth to Ishhad. These 3 here are children of Hemolekath. Then it says, and the sons of Shemida came to be these 3 here. These 4 are the sons of Shemida, and Shemida is the son of Gilead, this person here identified here. Now just to show you where I got that extra information, okay, so under Manasseh here, there's 1 Chronicles 7, which I just read. So it's cross-referenced to Genesis chapter 26, verse 28. So again it says here, and Machir became father to Gilead. And then it goes on to say the sons of Gilead, which are right here. These 6 sons of Gilead are identified in Genesis. And then it talks about Zelophehad, who I originally thought was the second wife of Machir, but it identifies him as the son of Hepher,
And the son of Hepher, if you look over here, is another son of Gilead. So Zelophehad is actually a man, not a second wife. The son of Hepher, the son of Gilead, the son of Machir, which is also confirmed in Genesis, but also in Joshua. It says right here, as for Zelophehad, the son of Hepher, the son of Gilead, the son of Machir, the son of Manasseh. So that's where Zelophehad belongs.
Continuing on with the sons of Ephraim, the brother of Manasseh, 1 Chronicles chapter 7 verses 20 to 27. There is some confusion here. I will read it. It says, and the sons of Ephraim were Shuthelah, and Bered his son, and Tahath his son, and Eliadah his son, and Tahath his son.
Tahath is actually mentioned twice here.
Zabad his son, Shuthelah his son.
That's actually mentioned twice also.
And Ezer and Eliad. Then it goes on to say, and the men of Gath that were born in the land killed them, because they came down to take their livestock.
So originally I thought because the names were doubles, that it had to be generations. When it says his son, that these are successive generations. But
then it goes on to say that the men of Gath
came and killed them. So how could all these generations be killed
together? And then it goes on and says, and Ephraim their father carried on mourning. So after all these were killed, their father is mourning. So the father is still alive, and his brothers kept coming in to comfort him. Afterward he had relations with his wife, so that she became pregnant and gave birth to a son.
So he's having more children with his wife. So the only conclusion I could make is that this is all children of Ephraim, and it's only one generation. So what I have highlighted in yellow are the ones that were murdered, and then these four successive ones are children I believe he had with his wife afterwards, Shira being the daughter of Ephraim.
So I'll continue reading. It says, afterward he had relations with his wife, so that she became pregnant, gave birth to a son, but he called his name Beriah, because it was calamity that she happened to be in his house. And his daughter was Shira. So I assume Shira is not the daughter of Beriah, but the daughter of Ephraim, and she got to build Beth Horon. Verse 25 says, and there was Repha his son, and Resheph, and Tela his son, and Tahan his son, Ladan his son, Amihud his son, Elishama his son. Verse 27, Nun his son, Joshua his son.
So at first when I was reading it, I thought, again, this can't be all successive generations if the first are not. But then if you look at verse 27, it talks about Joshua the son of Nun, and Joshua, who led Israel after Moses died, was definitely the son of Nun. So these are generations. So I started the generations with verse 25 with Repha his son. So Repha is either, I've got him as directly the son of Ephraim,
and then all these are children of descendants of Repha. Over here you've got Iran, who is identified in Numbers chapter 26 verses 35 as a son of Shuthelah. Which of those Shuthelahs I do not know, since there was two of them, or two mentioned. Whether they have different wives, who knows. Just to look again at Joshua the son of Nun and this idea of generations. Over here, if you look at Moses, Moses is the great-grandson of Levi. You've got Levi, Kohath, Amram, and then Moses. Moses was 120 when he died. So he was 80 years old when the Israelites were given the 40-year punishment to wander through Israel. Numbers chapter 13 and 14, you have the spies, the 12 spies that enter into Canaan to spy out the land. One of them was Joshua the son of Nun. This was right before the 40-year sentence to wander Israel, to wander the wilderness. So if you do the math, if Joshua was, you have to add whatever age Joshua is plus 40 before he led the nation of Israel into battle against Canaan. So if he was 20 years old when they spied out the land, he would have been 60 years old when Moses died, 60 years younger. Whatever the case, he wasn't too far off in age from Moses, between 40 to 60 years off. So if you look at Levi's brother Ephraim, how many generations is Joshua the son of Nun from his brother? You've got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you go to, and then Moses, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that still is a big difference. Anyways, that's for somebody to think about. Going on to Asher, verses 30 continues on with Asher, and it's pretty straightforward. There isn't a lot of confusion here. These are the 5 born from Asher, one of them being a daughter in pink. These 2 being children of Beriah. This one is son of Melchiel here. These 4 sons of Heber, one daughter Shua in pink. Shomer is also named Shimmer. These groups here, these 3 sons of Japhlet here, these 4 sons of Shomer / Shemer. This group here is going on with verse 35. It says, and the sons of Helem his brother, but it doesn't tell me where clearly Helem belongs to. I don't know if it's the brother of, it can't be the brother of Asher. I don't know who he's the brother of. These 4 sons of Helem, and these 11 sons of Zophah.
this group here. I'll get in closer. Of Jether. Again, I do not know where Jether starts from. Verse 38 just starts the sons of Jether, these three. And then you have the sons of Eula. Do not know where Eula belongs.